Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Dawson from D&D TV. Man, look here. I just watched Dr. Phil's show when he interviewed actress Shelley Duvall. Many of you may remember her from movies such as Annie Hall, Roxanne, Popeye. She did along with Robin Williams in 1980, along with The Shining that she did with Jack Nicholson. Uh, I watched this interview and I was deeply disturbed. Number one, because I am a social worker and I have been almost like 8 years. And I've worked with clients who have mental illness. And one of the things at the facilities, one of the facilities, well, I work at two facilities, but with the adult clients I have, most of those clients are in ALF, which are adult living facilities, or they're living with their parents because they need someone to take care of them. And just to see, um, basically, Shelby sitting there talking with Dr. Phil, knowing that she has mental illness and she has not been treated for her mental illness. And when someone is not treated for, schizophrenia, bipolar, or any other mental illness, whatever the diagnosis that's given, they tend to act like this. This is what they act like. And Dr. Phil, there was a question that was arose, that came up with some people I know, and they said, was she exploited? Did he exploit her during this show? And my answer to that is hell yeah. He exploited her for ratings. He exploited her for whatever it was worth. This lady has not been on medication for years. She has mental health issues. You knew that going in. And to just have her sit there and just to ask her questions about, is the FBI following you? Have you talked to the president? Have you, Robin Williams, and her saying, he's not dead, and just baiting her to get her to talk about this stuff. This is a new low for you, Dr. Phil. It was deeply, this thing is just like, this interview you did with Shelley, it's just like, it's pathetic, man. I didn't know your ratings were that low that you had to take a mentally ill person, on your show to get ratings. And then this fictitious intervention that you supposedly wanted to have for her at the end. And then you do this whole thing where you're trying to help Shelley and you're going to do this for Shelley. Well, we're going to take Shelley out and we're going to take her to get treatment, and we're going to check. Well, she didn't want treatment, so we're sending her back home. She refused treatment, and Shelley's going to get, and Shelley got. Motherfucker, Shelley ain't got shit. Shelley is in the same predicament she was in before she came to your show. And when you found out you could not fix Shelley, you sent her right back to Texas in the same state that she was in before she met you. So that whole fictitious, we're going to help out, that was an epic fail, man. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You knew it was going to turn out like that. Most mentally ill clients, they do refuse. Something, has to happen where they're sent to crisis and, they're forced to be in there. They're not just going to willingly go. And I think you knew that at the end, all just to get her to come on your show. And, to Shelley's parents, and I think they said her boyfriend, find some local professionals within your area, this is what Dr. Phil said his team is doing. They found some local professionals in her hometown in Texas somewhere to help her out instead of sending her off to Las Vegas, which is what he tried to do. That can help this lady because she really needs to be on medication. And for Dr. Phil, this is just, people have called you a bully in the past, and I just kind of like brushed that off. But after watching this, man, you sunk to a new low, man. This is ridiculous. This is reality TV. This is shit TV for you. To do this to a mentally ill person. I don't look at Dr. Phil's show for this. We have things on YouTube where people are exploiting mentally ill people by videotaping them and harassing them, as well as World Star Hip Hop and all these other social media sites that people get a kick out of, taunting and harassing mentally ill people. But when I'm watching, Dr. Phil, this is not what I'm on. This is not what I'm watching you for. To sit here to listen to a lady who is clearly not on medication, who is clearly not being seen by a psychiatrist, who needs help. Even though she was an actress back in the day, we haven't heard from this lady since, like, I think her last movie was like in 2002. And now you bring her on, or allow her sister or whoever wanted her to get help to bring her on. No, they wanted to exploit her, and they did a damn good job of it. And you just provided the vehicle, where she could be exploited. And I hope you got what you wanted, which is ratings, because, it's just ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. And that's all I got to say about this, man. If you all see that show, let me know what you all think about it. That was exploitation at its finest from the Dr. Phil show.